Hi, hello, and welcome to Film. We break down films in a way that anyone can enjoy. Whether you're a seasoned fan or new to movies, you'll love us all the same. I forgot what the last part was.
You're in the right place.
Yeah, I was in the right. Hey,
all good, man.
I was in the right place in the intro. I think I killed that. That's all I'm
did a
saying.
good
I think
job,
I killed
man.
that. Let's
Come on,
go.
you did a good job.
Hey, first intro. I'm killing it. I'll be back next week.
Yes, sir. And what we got for today, Mr. Izzy?
Woo! Hit me.
All right, today we're gonna be talking about our takes on Invincible season 3, episode 5.
Yes, sir.
We got my Captain America: Brave New World review because I saw it technically late, but the same day.
100%.
Then we have Avatar: Seven Havens. Of news on that.
Oh my
We're gonna
gosh.
get into that. After that, we got the Odyssey BTS.
Oh yeah.
Then Spider-Man. A lot. I mean, a lot.
Headphone warning. Headphone warning.
Headphone warning.
Dude, I have the headphones on, so like I heard that and I'm like, oh, I gotta chill out, bro. I gotta chill out.
Oh my gosh, your ears must be blown. But yeah, pretty much we got all that news with a lot of stuff later with Spider-Man. But let's get into it. And let's start off with my favorite thing.
Woo.
What's Izzy's good nickname gonna be?
What's my nickname? What's my nickname,
Here's
Phil?
the first one. Cinezay.
Say it again?
Cinezay.
Cinezay.
Like instead of cinema, Cinezay.
Okay.
What do you think
okay,
about that,
one
guys?
I don't hate. I don't hate that one.
All right, rating 1 through 10.
It's probably the best one you've given me.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna hit you with a 7.
All right.
I
was
hate it.
thinking
I don't
you'd give me
hate it.
7.
I don't hate it.
Cinezay. All right. Not sinner. Sinner.
That's what I thought. I was like, I don't know how I feel about you just calling like, oh
Nah,
my
nah,
gosh.
nah. I'm a sinner too.
Hey, real fast. Again, I'm producing today, so I'm looking here. There's no one trying to kill us. It's just I'm making sure that we're still recording.
You were nervous about that video, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Next nickname. ZayBD.
What is? Oh, like IMDb, but ZayBD.
Instead of IMDb, ZayBD. Because I was
pretty
thinking
good.
you always like got a good memory and you know things like
I
on the
do.
spot. So I was
do.
like, you kind of like your personal, like your very own IMDb. So I'm like ZayBD. What you think?
I like.
1 through
Hey,
10.
there's good meaning there. It's a. Hey, I'm shooting with an 8. 8 out of 10.
8 out of
baby.
10.
That's
Okay,
a
we getting there.
fantastic nickname.
We getting
It's
there.
a fantastic nickname. You killed that.
All right.
Whoops.
This is going to be the last one for this week because I had a couple other ones, but I'm like, hey, I'm going to
Push 'em
save
to
those for
next
next week. The Oracle.
Whoa. Whoa. Hey, look. That's like the sickest name anyone's ever called me. But like, I don't think I could take that one, bro. That's
What's
it's
up?
too cool.
Oh, it's too cool?
It's too cool. It's too cool. You know?
Imagine film and the Oracle.
Whoa. Like, see, chill out, bro. Like, that's too much. That's too much, bro. People like, you can't control the Oracle.
Okay.
Don't. We can't.
Okay.
Can't. I like it though. It's
I
a
got
6.
you.
That's a 6 though. And I feel like it's less association. You know, I like the Zay
Got you.
word association for sure.
So out of all of them,
I like ZayDB.
ZayBD
I am ZayDB, yeah.
or DB?
IMDb.
Okay, ZayDB. My bad.
ZayDB.
ZayDB. All right,
ZayDB, baby.
ZayDB in the moment. I was like,
That's kind of sick. That's kind of sick. I'm not going to lie.
all right, I'm gonna remember that. All right, and also we wanted to shout you guys out because we also appreciate that you guys have been commenting down below. We had a lot of comments come
Lot
in.
of comments,
So
lot
I
of comments.
decided to take 3 of the most interesting comments and 1 from each social media platform that we're on. So I have 1 from TikTok, 1 from YouTube, and 1 from Instagram. Now the first one that I wanted to bring up was a comment from Instagram from a man named Sam Spoonin.
Sam Spoonin?
Yeah, Spoonin. And the comment he put was, I don't want to see him in Fantastic Four at all. I cannot see any way they could make RDJ Doom in a way that I will enjoy. What do you think about that?
Honestly, I think that's an incredibly valid opinion. I actually agree with that whole. I mean, I don't agree with it because like I'm cool with seeing him as Victor, but yeah, it's valid. That's so valid. Like I think anyone being like really upset about RDJ playing Doctor Doom because he wasn't just like a one-off character in the MCU.
Yeah.
Like RDJ has a legacy in the MCU, and now they're like, all right, let's just cash in on that because Jonathan Majors, all that stuff happened, and we jumped the gun too early and just cut him. You know. So, yeah, that's real. What do you think?
Honestly, I mean, I wasn't, because like in the video, I was kind of like, I don't know if you really need to mention it in Fantastic Four, but the thing that you won me over with was the set list that they have of movies after Fantastic Four, where it's like, oh, you kind of, it told me you kind of do need to introduce him earlier. And I was like, huh, okay, then you know what? I would like him to be in Fantastic Four. So honestly, Sam Spoonin, I like what you're saying, but I am on the side of Izzy on this one because he won me over on that. I was like, I kind of do need to see Doom a little early, and I would kind of like him in Fantastic Four. I understand why you probably wouldn't want him to, because we have seen Doom in all of the Fantastic Four movies in the past, and like we kind of want something different. But
correct me if I'm wrong. I think his comment's more just on the line of, I don't want to see RDJ as Doom.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Let me read it again. I cannot see any way they could make RDJ Doom in a way that I will enjoy. Honestly, in a way, kind of.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of want to see what they do with this, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they could cook. You know, like, let's not count him out too late. You know, you never know, because RDJ, phenomenal actor. I think I've mentioned it before. I really hope they don't do the thing that's like, Tony, is that you? I go by Victor now. And it's just like, then he puts on the Doom mask. And it's like,
I feel you, man.
Yeah.
But thank you, Sam Spoonin, and I hope I got your name right.
Thank you. You're the best.
All right, next one is from TikTok, and this is by the user named The Planet of the Nerd. And see, this is part of the problem, as he's saying he needs this, and when it's not there, he's going to doom bomb the movie, literally. Stop portraying what you want and let the people tell you what they, and then that pauses there. But pretty much it was on the video where you were just talking about your expectations with Doom. It's the same clip that Sam Spoonin was talking about, but this is about, like, I guess he thought that you were trying to be like negative mainly about what's going into.
Oh, wait, can you read the comment again, please?
Yeah. And see, this is part of the problem, as he's saying he needs this, and when it's not there, he's going to doom bomb the movie, literally. Okay. Stop portraying.
Well,
oh, my bad.
All right, guy, listen. You don't know me. All right, you don't know me. Okay, I know this guy think he is. I would not say I'm a cynical person by any means. Mm-hmm. I think I genuinely tend to like things. Mm-hmm. I tend to like more things than I do not like them. So, yes, if a certain integral character to the Fantastic Four is not in a Fantastic Four movie who's promised to set up the next Avengers movie, I will be a little upset. But I'm not the kind of guy to be like, you know what? That movie was the worst thing on planet Earth because RDJ's Doom wasn't in it. So this guy don't know me. Keep watching, though. I love that you're consuming my takes.
Yeah, honestly, that's what I thought, because, I mean, I've heard so many positive things from you about the MCU in general, and even, like, future and past stuff. So I know, like my argument or my debate with him was like, you're not a negative person. Like, I think it's just that you have a certain expectation. I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, 100%.
But I understand what he's saying, because then I started talking to him and I was like, yeah, there has been, and I'm not trying to say that we definitely are trying to thrive on getting views for negative stuff. Like, we're just giving our like literal
authentic takes. This is how I feel. Yeah,
on what we think. But I do understand that there are people who thrive on being negative. Like, just all around going like, oh, this is gonna suck, this is terrible, like being mainly about like trying to bash movies and bash like TV. But I promise you, man, like, we're trying to be as authentic as possible. We'll have some negative takes, we'll have some positive takes, but it's our takes, and we're not gonna always be in the negative spot of it. I promise you that. But I appreciate you for commenting, and I hope that you will stay with us in the future.
Yeah, keep watching this video, and trust me, I think we'll get some positive stuff coming out right now.
Yes, sir. All right, and then last but not least, actually, let me shout him out again. The Planet of the Nerd. Thank you.
Thank you for the comment.
All right, next up, and last but not least, from YouTube. This is from Skiltian. And this is on the Dr. Doom one again.
All right, guys. So what's going on? Okay.
Hey, these are the hottest ones. Doom is a powerful villain, but I don't think he needs to have as much buildup as Thanos. What do you think about that?
Okay. I think that's fair. Because I think especially like I think film-wise, he's portrayed so much as just like, maybe not a one-off villain, but like he's a villain for this group of people in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
But we don't have an Avengers team.
Yeah.
Not one established. Most people don't have an understanding of what exactly Doomsday Secret Wars is going to be. So to just have your villain randomly show up in Doomsday and be like, all right, he's the guy taking on the Avengers, I feel it would make so much more sense, like, plot-wise, story-wise, if he's built up, so we have at least an understanding of who the villain is.
Yeah.
Because we don't know who the Avengers are. Like, we don't understand who the Avengers are.
Exactly.
We don't know who the villain is, like, actually in the MCU. Like, we know nothing going into Doomsday. So I think it should be on the MCU's part to at least give us something to be excited about. Because, I mean, like, sure, Doctor Strange and Falcon, ooh, I'm excited for a team up. But, like, if I'm being realistic, we don't even know if, like, we don't know if Wong's going to be in the movie. We don't know if D. Strange is going to be in Doomsday or if he's going to show up in Secret Wars. We don't, like, there's too much unknown, I think. So I think you have to. But fair. Fair. I don't think every villain needs to be, like, a Thanos level villain. But I think the same way they tried to build up Kang, and I love how they were building up Kang. I think they were doing Kang more, like, better build-up wise than Thanos because they were making him, like, a real character in each project he was in. Thanos, early Avengers movies, Guardians, he was just kind of a dude sitting in a chair and being like, all right, I'm going to go do some evil stuff. But, like, Kang, I loved that there was so much more personality there in the early phase. And then I was excited for Kang Dynasty to really see him, like, be full Kang. But, yeah, fair.
Honestly, I agree with you on that. I wish that there was more of, like, definitely, just like you said, I kind of want more of a buildup of just Doom, not a buildup of being better than Thanos, but of just getting us to know, like you said with Kang, like, we kind of got to know him. We kind of got to see, like, what type of villain he is. And obviously, like, it kind of got ruined and we kind of got thrown off trajectory because of the stuff that was happening with Jonathan Majors personally outside of the role of Kang. But I think, it is kind of awkward that we're getting Doom this quick and we don't really know anything about it. But I'm still excited. I still can't wait. And once again, at Skiltian, thank you for commenting, and I hope you can stay with us in the future.
Thank you for the comment.
Yes, sir. Honestly, talking about that, I kind of want to flip it and go, instead of Invincible Season 3, Episode 5 review, can we talk about Captain America, My Brave New World review?
I mean, I see no reason why. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, so honestly, I love the movie.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Good. I'm glad.
I'll say I really liked it because I feel like it put me back in that mode. It made me feel like we were back in the old MCU a little bit. I personally gave it an 8 out of 10.
Sick. I love that. I think that's completely fair.
Like, the only gripes I had with it was the beginning, like the 10 or 15 minutes going into it. It felt kind of silly to me, like, in a way. And another thing was the soundtrack felt like it was overplayed.
Generic, yeah.
Well, not just, generic in a way. But it felt like, even at the beginning, when Harrison Ford's character, Ross, was speaking, the soundtrack was playing over him. And I was like, what is going on? I could barely hear what he's saying. And then, like, it was going through the news reports, this and that. But that soundtrack kept playing. And even when it tried to show us Sam and Joaquin Torres and their scenes, like, the soundtrack kept on playing randomly. I'm like, you don't need the soundtrack for this. Like, if you're trying to give us this feeling, you can just go into it. But after that, I was chilling. The last dislike I kind of want to put was, I wish that I forgot her name, but I'm gonna call her the ex-widow, and Bradley.
Spoilers for Captain America: Brave New World.
Oh yeah,
I think that was known previously, but I just want to let them know right now we're gonna talk spoilers because now that Phil's watched it,
we're gonna lot of spoilers in this.
We're gonna talk full stuff. So
just to let you guys know, I apologize for that. It's okay. But I wish that there was another fight scene with her in it, between, like, with Bradley and her, like, fighting together, like, at the prison. I feel like that would have been awesome if there was like you know, like, the lights started shimmering or something, and then all the guards, like, turn against them, and then Bradley and then her try to fight their way out of the prison. I thought that would have been awesome. But I know I've been talking about some negative stuff with it, and we trying not to be negative, so let me get into my positive things I loved. I love the flight action scenes.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
There's nothing like breaking the sound barrier. When he's, like, flying, he's like...
Bro,
you know, it's so good.
That opening scene where he, like, you know, he's flying through, and then he goes, all right, let's go to action. He just flies straight down. And I was like, is he going to, like, stop himself? Like, what? And then he comes down, and he's like, wait. And then... boom, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, okay, at first, when I watched that scene, I was like, dude, what do you mean? Like, how are you just like, how'd you just like, yeah.
He turned into Aang, bro.
It was sick the way he, like, knew exactly when the sound was finally going to hit. That's how fast he was moving. That was cool, yeah.
Bro, I was like, how did you do that. First off, I've never seen that done before like that. Like even with Invincible, Superman, this and that, I've never seen somebody use the air or whatever to like use it in combat. And then I don't know, that fight on it was the Indian Ocean, right?
Probably, I don't know.
But
yeah,
the Celestial Island. That was insane.
Yes, dude. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. The way he used the shield, like he was like, what does he call his drone?
Red Wing.
Red Wing. Like, give me some cover. And then
and
the
it's
shield
like
goes up and starts blocking off the stinger bullets. I was like,
hey,
bro.
Red Wing's Captain America too. Red Wing's Captain America too.
Bro, and I can't get over the camera, like the camera techniques and stuff like that they use to film like him flying and stuff. Like that scene where he's flying past that ship and it goes upside down and or sideways and then upside down. I was like, bro, how did you guys think of that? That was insane. That was so good. Like and then even the scene where he rides the missile, I was like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
Sam,
that was sick. He's so dope, bro.
Sam
He's
is a
so
dope Captain
cool.
America, bro.
What about when he ricocheted? When he threw his shield and it ricocheted off the missiles? I was like, dude, who does this guy think he is, bro? Oh my gosh, chill out.
I kept forgetting he doesn't have the super
soldier serum.
Super soldier serum until he mentioned it at the end of the movie. And spoilers, Bucky shows up.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that man.
My theater got lit when Bucky showed up.
Really?
Everybody said, Bucky!
Dude, my theater was so awkward when it happened. Okay, look, here's my thing, right? I wasn't going to freak out when Bucky showed up. You went with a group of friends, right?
Yeah.
Me, just my older brother. Anthony, not too into the MCU like that. So, like, me, I was just chilling. Like, he shows up. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I smiled, I'm like, yeah. And there's a guy in the back of the theater go, woo. And I was like, oh, dude, why did you, like, do anything? That was so... Anyways. Continue.
No, you're good. Like, literally, when Bucky showed up, I was like, oh my gosh, this movie. Because at first, everybody was complaining. They're like, I wish Bucky was in it. And I'm like, yeah, but I understand because he's going to be in Thunderbolts. But right when he showed up, I was like, oh, man, that made it so much better. And then he reminded Sam, like, you don't need to, like, have the super soldier serum to, like, be you. You just need to be, like, Chris Evans or
Captain
Steve.
America, yeah.
You just need to be you, bro. Like, you're cool.
I love when he's brought up, like, unless I made this up, but when he says, like people died when Steve was fighting too, and he had the serum. Like, I was like, wow, that, I don't know, that just hit really hard because I'm like, Sam was in such a place where he felt like he needs these insane powers to do good, when really he's doing just as good as Captain America without it.
Really,
that's how dope he is. It's
like,
so cool.
I was so impressed, bro.
And I'm happy they never did the turn after where he gets the serum.
Yeah,
that's was one thing I was worried about. It's like, all right, finally time, you're gonna get the serum and be beefed up. And I was just like, dude, like, for me that makes him less interesting. Like, it's like, oh sure, he could do more now, but like, even still, what he's able to do is so sick. And the fact that it's all him training himself. I don't know if you noticed, a lot of the moves he does in Falcon and the Winter Soldier are moves he does in this movie. Like the kicks, like when they're fighting the guys in like that little prison thing for the leader, and he like kicks the shield up, and oh my gosh,
that was like, a sick scene. Everybody in my theater went, oh snap. I was like, wow. Yeah, he's really been training. He's been training. And that's what I love. I think now I appreciate Falcon and the Winter Soldier more.
I do too, yeah, 100%.
Because of that, because that scene of him just practicing, doing this, doing that, is like, it just made this movie better. Because somebody posted on Twitter, like, oh, seeing him in his like flight suit for the first time and seeing him now is insane. I'm like, bro, if you think about it, yeah, he's been through, like, his development to become Captain America is so awesome, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's actual character growth because I don't know how his fighting was before this, but seeing him even train to like use the shield and just be what he is today, even with the tech he has, awesome. Even I like the scene where he's talking about, oh yeah, the Wakandans gifted him the suit. I was like, oh, so that's what that suit does.
I don't hate nanotech. I mean, I don't love the nanotech.
I mean, I think it's overused, but I think for the Wakandans to give it to him and like for that to happen with him, I understand it. I just think with everybody else, it's kind of like if Ant-Man and the Wasp and stuff like that, I'm like, you don't really need it. The helmet was cool.
I was really happy that, dude, Ant-Man's helmet is so cool. Sorry.
Yeah.
In the first movie when he it's so sick.
I love that.
I was happy that he didn't wear the helmet too much because I thought the helmet was really ugly. So I'm happy that he only wore it when he was flying, which
Yeah.
made sense. Like, that's when you really should be wearing it.
Yeah.
Do you like this suit more than the one at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
That was one thing that, all right, so this is my favorite part too in my theater. My theater was just vibes, bro. So the first suit came up, and it was obviously the same, or kind of, just with a little modification from Wakanda. It was the same suit from Falcon and Winter Soldier. But then when he goes, and obviously got scratched up in the one fight, and he goes and gets the other suit, I was like, oh, that suit's nice. Mm-hmm. I really loved that suit,
Yeah,
bro.
I do too.
I love both of them. But the last suit, I really loved it the most.
For me, I like the Falcon Winter Soldier suit a lot. Like, it's a clean suit. I just think it's a little much. Like, there's too much going on for me. So this one was just, it was a lot cleaner. And I think a lot of people don't like the cleaner look. I think people like, or maybe I'm wrong on that, but I know a lot of people like the, like, let's go straight comic book accurate, weird whimsy suits. I like when they're designing these suits, they're able to make them comic accurate, but also really clean looking. Like nothing, not too over designed, all the crazy lines. And honestly, I think early MCU has a massive problem with like over designing their suits.
Yeah.
And I think they're finally learning, like, oh, yeah, we can, like, chill out a little bit on how we make these.
Honestly, man, I loved it.
What'd you think of the villain?
I actually really like the leader.
Really?
I really like it. So this is the funniest thing. I was waiting, because I remember I was hearing your take and review, and I was waiting the whole movie to finally hear him and to finally see him and to just wonder, like start laughing. But low-key, when you tell me about the voice, I actually thought he was fine.
There's a 30% probability chance that we will.
I don't think it was that bad.
I thought it was cringy.
I don't think it was that bad. I thought it was legit because it made sense. Like, it sounded like he had anger in himself, and it's like seeing him go from the Incredible Hulk to what he is now. It just made sense to me. And then even the probability stuff, I thought that was really cool. I was like, whoa, like he pretty much was predicting different moves. And even when Sam, because I knew he was given a dilemma when Stinking Bradley was attacked in the prison, and then he was like, nah, that's what he's going to be expecting us to do. And then the guy was like, funny. There was like a 20% chance you were going to be here.
26% chance I knew exactly where you'd be.
Yeah, but I just thought that was really cool because I'm like, bro, he can predict where what things are going to happen and stuff like that. So through the movie, I really liked that.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
It's when you seem like you're a genius.
Yeah.
I like when you're portrayed as a genius, you know? But really, what did he do? The only cool thing he did was getting Red Hulk to be Harrison Ford, Thaddeus Ross to become Red Hulk. That scene is sick when he's like getting them all angered up. Both scenes, the one on the ship and then the one at the White House.
Yeah.
Such cool scenes. But outside of his master plan, there wasn't a whole lot of like, oh, wow, you really got Captain America here. You really got him there. Oh, you really showed him up here. It kind of just felt like, I think the best way I can explain this is like, it felt like this guy was putting like little things, like little walls in front of Captain America that he could just walk around. And it's like, oh, well, I can just go this way. You know, like he never was he's not like Ultron for me, where Ultron's this genius villain who keeps getting the Avengers. If he's not taking out one of them, like how they killed off Quicksilver, he's completely breaking the team apart. I feel like this guy didn't do that at all.
I gotta disagree because I think he created conflict that messed up a lot of the stuff that was being set up. Because once again, things are good. Things like Captain America and Joaquin's Horse, they're working so well. President just got elected, who was President Ross. And it's like, yo, things are good. But then now we're going to reset the Avengers. Like, yeah, you guys can be you can do your thing again legally. Like, everything's fine. But then all of a sudden, that incident with Bradley messed stuff up. Like, he instantly, Ross is like, you can forget about like doing your thing now. Like, this is war. And then they also have the stuff going on with trying to get the Celestial Island. Who can share this? How much amount of adamantium, bro? When they said adamantium in the theater, cool. I looked at my friends. I was like, wait, that's what Wolverine's made of, and I went nuts. But going back to it, I'm sorry, I just want to mention that. But like, messing that up and having the countries go against each other, like it was Japan versus like the U.S. and
I
everybody.
guess you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
And then that severed ties because now they're gonna have a problem in the future. But like, even outing Ross as a Hulk or as a superhuman, it's kind of like Like he messed up, and he also had to drop out of being the president, and he's now in the Triskelion. Is that what it's called?
The Raft.
Oh, the Raft. My bad. I thought.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad. I was watching the Winter Soldier before
no,
that,
yeah.
and I just remember the base was called the Triskelion. It was called the Raft. I'm sorry, but even seeing that, he messed up what was being formed, and it's not like they're still not in good vibes. It's just that now there have been a few bumps, and now they kind of got to start all over, because now it's Captain America who's in charge again, kind of.
Yeah.
And then so this leads me to my next point. I really love that post credit scene. I really loved it. I know that some people, or a lot of people, are like, it's kind of useless, or it may be the most useless one, but I really loved that now there is somebody on Earth besides Doctor Strange who knows like the extent of how big Secret War, or we know it's Secret Wars, but how big the next level like threats are gonna be. And one of the funniest things that was posted on Discussing Film, by Discussing Film, is this: the Illuminati were going to appear in Captain America: Brave New World at one point, but they are now teased in the post-credit scene instead.
The director confirmed that, by the way.
Yeah. Let's just say things are purposely left vague in that post-credit for a reason. And I was like, ooh, I already loved it. Now I like it, because now you have a reason for it to be
better pay
vague.
off, because I don't know. I just want to say for the record, you were right on the leader thing. I think my problem with him is actually, I hate his performance. I think I just didn't find it intimidating.
Yeah.
There was no part of me that was like, oh, I'm scared of this guy. Every time he showed up, I'd start laughing. I'm like, bro, come on. Like, there's a 72% chance I knew exactly you'd be here. Like, it just, it plays off so, well, actually, like the nerd, But you're right. He was scary. He did kind of almost start a war. So you're right. That was bad take on my part. I'll admit it. No. But you're right. But here's the thing with the post-credit scene. He's telling us, you have to remember it from an audience perspective too. A post-credit scene should not only like have like shock value to the character it's responding to, like when he's talking to Cap, it should also hit us. But we know about that. Like, we know Secret Wars is happening. We've known about it for the past like 4 years. So I don't know. I just thought the entire thing of him knowing, I just don't see an reason why he wouldn't know what's going on, and two, what's the relevance of him even knowing? Like, he's not gonna be in Doomsday or Secret Wars for sure. Who cares? He's the leader. He's not gonna be there. Probably. Like, I don't know. So I just felt like in a Captain America movie, it felt so incredibly out of place. Like, sure, Doctor Strange could have a thing with a guy and they're talking about, and they do the whole exposition dump of what exactly is fully going on.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's cool. We have perspective. But a guy being vague about something we've known about for 4 years is so just like, oh, thank you. Like, thank you for telling me something I already know.
I don't know. I really liked like how out of all the people he knows, like, because you're thinking he's just gonna be a villain for this, but I think he may be a helper in the future. Like, I think he can help the Avengers.
I
like,
could see that.
Predict like the best way to solve this issue, and also like which probabilities help, because this is like Secret Wars is going to be hard because these are superheroes you're going up against too. And it's going to be valid that they're going to want to protect their world, and the way to do that is to maybe even mess with yours. So it's kind of like now you got to go to a person like that to know the best probability of getting like both worlds what they want. And I think that's really cool. I think that makes them even more important in my opinion. But with him saying that, it cause like I said, it just makes him more important. And I don't know, I liked the movie already, and I liked how it ended, but then like hearing that, and I understand what you're saying about like the audience, and most people know Secret Wars is coming, but like also, like, I don't think they know the extent of what it is.
That's true.
Because we, like, if we're on Twitter and we're in the comic book world and we're also in the superhero world.
Yeah, we won't spoil Secret Wars at all. Like, we're not going to give away any major plot lines or anything. So just for the record, like, we're talking vaguely on purpose just so we don't give anything away for anyone that, like, cares.
Nah, I get you, but I don't know. I think it's really cool.
Here, I know this is personally I hate doing this. Like I think this is an incredibly like stupid way of like talking. But here's a way they could have done that post-credit scene better.
Yeah.
As opposed to the leader, what if it was Doctor Strange instead? What if it was Doctor Strange showing up to Cap and talking vague like that to build some sort of excitement, but also being like, all right, we have to start building a team.
Yeah.
That's hype. Like, that's hype because now you're giving us the promise of, oh, finally, we're going to start slowly building to an Avengers team. And, like, the audience, for whoever missed it, is now understanding, oh, there's a big threat happening. Exactly. And now Wilson knows it. And it puts Sam and Doctor Strange as the forefront of these two people are running the Avengers. And those are the two people I think should be running the Avengers. Yeah. People, like, I think early stage, Spider-Man fans won't, but, like, early MCU fans are like, oh, Peter Parker has to run the Avengers. That's stupid. Spider-Man should never run a team. That dude is like 20, bro. Like, come on.
And he's also super duper busy.
Yeah. So I think, sorry, I don't know if I kicked you. Cap and Doctor Strange running the team, I think would have been perfect. Or it probably is probably what they're going to do, but it would be perfect. But yeah, I'm happy you liked Brave New World. I told you, right? People are stupid about it. I don't understand, like.
I want to end it on this thing, too. For this topic. People are tripping.
Yeah, 100% people are tripping.
If you didn't like it all the way, gave it a 6 or a 7, and had like reasons for it, like whether it was like, oh, like a certain fight move didn't go the way, I understand that. But saying that,
I gave it a 7.
Yeah, like saying all around that it's a terrible movie, like this put Marvel back, like way back, like it's one of its worst products. That's terrible. And also the cinema score, to see it get a B minus and like getting lower than most other movies that like the Marvels and stuff like that, that's terrible.
Yeah,
that's honestly
check what
terrible.
Theaters you're watching, bro. That's all I'm saying. Cinema score, I don't get it.
So all I can say is, please, if you haven't seen the movie, please go see it for yourself and please form your own opinion, because there's a lot of mixed reviews and there's a lot of people who I don't know what they were expecting with that movie, but it either may have been way too over the top or just way too little.
I might go watch it again today. I'm gonna go pick up a friend, so I think we're gonna go watch it.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of, since we want to talk about old movies, speaking of nostalgia, we got a new project in the works that I've been waiting on since I was a kid. Avatar 7 Havens has been announced.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Phil, before we get into it, tell me, what is your experience with The Last Airbender franchise?
Oh, man. When I first watched Avatar The Last Airbender, I was like, this is such a sick show and a sick story. Probably the most awesome, like, all the character growth is insane. Mm-hmm. And the way they grow in it, like, literally, like, when they get from the kids to teens and all that, maybe even adults, I forgot how, like, certain the ages are. It's just so good, bro. And, like, the power concept and everything, so cool. But then I got a hot take, and I posted on my film page.
Let's get ready to clip this. I know exactly what you're about to say.
Avatar, The Legend of Korra, because that comes right after Avatar, The Last Airbender, is my favorite version of the series. My favorite.
How dare you? Just kidding. I've never seen Korra. I don't know.
Nah, I love it only because I think it gives us more insight on what being an Avatar is, and also like what the spiritual realm is, because I've always had questions about that, and I understand Aang was super spiritual, but I feel like having a woman like Korra, who is very like impatient, very hard for peace sometimes, to learn through the show through the 4 seasons how to gain that inner peace, how to be able to go into the spiritual world and show us what's going on, was so cool to me. Like, it's a very underrated take on my part. I definitely understand that. And I value your guys' opinions if you love Avatar The Last Airbender. I'm not saying it sucks at all.
No, you're an idiot. You're dumb. You're disgusting. How dare you?
I plead the fifth.
How dare you? How dare you?
But I don't know, man. I really love it. But hearing this coming out, because right when we finished Avatar the Legend of Korra, they said for years and years and years they were working on the project, and the rumored thing that they were saying, I'm not saying this was like a real thing, but rumored, they said that the next Avatar were going to be twins that can earthbend. That's all we got for the longest time, a rumor. And I was like, if they do that, that's super cool. If they do that, that's super cool. So ladies and gentlemen, let me read this post real quick. From Screen Time. This is from Screen Time. This is the post that I got. A new Avatar The Last Airbender sequel series is in the works titled Avatar 7 Havens. 2 seasons, 26 half-hour episodes, and this follows earth-bending twins after a world-shattering disaster where one discovers she's the new avatar after Korra. Original creators Brian Konietzko and Michael Dante Martino are returning. I just became a kid again. I got so hyped when that news came in. Earthbending twins, and one of them is going to be an avatar. Oh, man.
Generational beef, that's all I'm saying. There better be
gosh,
some.
bro.
I want them to fight. I want them to kill each other, if I'm being honest. But
Why do you want the twins to, like, go at each
They
other?
have to beef, bro. Dude, okay, look. Okay, real fast. My experience with Avatar is I've only seen The Last Airbender. I have a lot of respect for the show. I'm just not obsessed with it. I think it's a phenomenal show. I think I completely agree with people when they say it's arguably a perfect show.
Yeah.
Sure, probably. I don't know. I thought it was good. I liked it, but I'm not obsessed. Anyways, here's the thing. They have to fight. Imagine you have a sibling.
Yeah.
And you find out that the other one, you guys are both training so hard to be fantastic earthbenders, and then you find out that one of you is the avatar.
Yeah.
This ancient thing, this prized human, this there's beef there. There's jealousy, and you better build off that jealousy over the second season villain arc. I think you have, like, that is a setup for a perfect, like, pro and antagonist, like 100%. Like, I don't want them to do the rival anime thing where it's, oh, we're rivals, but we still, like, we love each other, you know?
Yeah.
No, they can hate each other, like, and build out that hate. Start with no hate, slowly build to the hate. I think it'd be perfect. Personally, that's me, but
I don't hate the idea of, like, the twins soon, like, fighting each other and going at each other. I'm iffy on, like, from day one, like, you have
to build it out.
Yeah,
you have to build it out.
Like, even hearing that, like your sibling is, like, the avatar, and, like, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I hate you. Like, I kind of want that, not Wanda with Quicksilver type thing, but maybe that Jinx, or from Arcane, maybe that Jinx with Val type of vibe. Like, where it just builds out to maybe they.
Which one's Val? I've never seen Arcane.
The red-haired.
I thought her name was Vi.
My bad, Vi.
I don't know why I know that.
Jinx and Vi. All right, I would love that type.
I'm saving you for, like,
I messed
this
up
guy's
low-key
never
on
seen
that
anything.
one.
Yeah,
it happens, man. I'm a forgetful person sometimes,
Yeah.
but I know what I'm talking about most of the time. But anyways, I would love that type of vibe with it, because I loved, like, the way Vi and Jinx were in Arcane, and if they could give us that sibling type of chemistry with these twin earthbenders, I would love that.
Yeah.
Maybe even give us what they got with Mako and Bolin in stinking Avatar: The Legend of Korra. Because, I mean, one was a firebender, the other one was an earthbender, and they're both brothers. But I would love that. I really would. But any final remarks?
No, sick project. Like, this is such a cool idea, and I'll definitely watch. I'll probably watch Korra before the show comes out, just to say, yeah, I like Avatar. Did you watch the live action show?
I haven't finished the Netflix one. I did sadly see the live action movie, but
I have too. That was actually my first experience with Avatar.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That was the first thing I've ever seen with Last Airbender.
Yeah.
My favorite scene in that movie, it's an awesome scene. It's probably the best scene I've ever seen in a film. It's when all the earthbenders are together and they're like, cha, 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 wah, and then, like, the one rock just, like, flies across the screen. It's peak, man. I've never seen anything that good in my entire life.
You see, I'm waiting through the whole movie. I'm already getting pissed because they called stinking Aang Ung, and I was like,
what's the problem? Is his name?
No, it's Aang. It's Aang.
He says his name is Ung, so I don't understand.
That's
Are
the
you
big
the
problem.
Avatar? Are you the Avatar? Yeah, I didn't think
They
so.
should make me
I
the
didn't think
stinking
so.
Avatar after
I
that
didn't think
stinking
so.
movie.
I didn't think so.
I already got the bald head. I just need the arrow. Y'all can see a little arrow on my head. Nah, but yeah, that scene made me want to cry as a kid when I saw, like, I was thinking a huge rock wave was gonna come, and that little pebble just goes by, and I'm like, unbelievable.
You show that one scene to anyone in the movie, and they're like, "Yep, I've seen all I need to see. I know this movie sucks."
But to end it on that point, I just want to say thank you to the creators of Avatar, and thank you for continuing this so that fans like me who have been there, like watching this show, can get something else in this, like today.
And let's hope Nick doesn't take complete control and then the creators leave like they did with the Netflix show.
Yeah.
So. Speaking of some of the film news, let's talk about this because this will be quick, all right? We got our first image of the Odyssey. I'm really surprised. I didn't even know they were filming, if I'm being honest. I thought we were just like, I know it was coming out next year, but I was like, dude, I didn't even know we were like starting on this. I'll probably put the image up of Matt Damon. I think I said that last episode of a different thing, and I didn't put it up because I was like, yeah, who cares? This, I'll definitely put it up. He looks awesome. Oh my gosh. I don't have a whole lot to say because we don't know a whole lot about this movie besides the book for the most part. Oh my gosh. Like, we talked about it on a previous episode. We were like, how is Christopher Nolan going to really capture like a world? Like, because it's not like Batman where his interpretation of Gotham was very much like New York City, like just big city. Like, it's very grounded. This is completely different. Like, this is, you have to build out an ancient Greece and like do a whole like like he's doing more world stuff. He's probably doing the most costume work he's ever done in his entire life, you know? And that image, I was like, oh yeah, he has the sauce. Like, he's about to cook so incredibly hard. What did you think?
Bro, so at first I didn't see the words when I was looking at this picture. I just thought, oh cool, a new image of the season 2 of Percy Jackson. Like I was like, all right, this looks pretty good. Wait, why does that look like Matt Damon? Oh my God, that's Matt Damon.
Matt Damon's in Percy Jackson? No.
That's what I thought for a second. But then I looked up and it said, first look at Matt Damon as Odysseus in Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, presented by Discussing Film, by the way, and also Christopher Nolan. But I was like, bro, that looks sick. That actually looks super sick. Like the helmet, the red feathering.
They got the sauce,
like
bro. They got the sauce, dude. It's so cool.
Bro, I am so hyped. But then also, I got this from Cinema Tweets, but they gave us a first look behind the scenes of Christopher Nolan's set, and I think it was in Sicily, but it looks beautiful, bro. Like, he's actually on different sites that I think were actually of like where Odysseus was, and also everything else. But I'm like, whoa,
they're not just green screening. That's
yeah. They're not, but I mean, a lot of times he wasn't really a green screen type.
No. Yeah, but it's like, this would be a perfect opportunity for him to be more of a green screen guy.
Oh, yeah.
Just because, like, it probably makes his work a lot easier. But that's how you know Christopher Nolan's about that job, bro. He works, dude. He cares. Come on, guys. Take notes. Execs, take notes, bro.
I'm so excited. But even seeing that Trojan horse, I was like, that looks sick, bro.
Yeah.
That looks so sick.
I'm pretty hyped for this movie.
And it's a big model, too. Like, it's a big model of a Trojan horse. So I'm just hyped.
I will say, before we move on, like, I think this movie is probably like one of those, like, for Christopher Nolan to do it, I'm not like super interested. I like when Christopher Nolan does more like serious grit. I know the Odyssey is pretty serious, but like, I mean more like darker, gritty. Like, I like when he does things like Oppenheimer. I like when he does things like The Dark Knight. I like when he does things like Memento, Interstellar. Like, I love that. So this, it's definitely like, oh man, like, oh cool, I guess I would have rather him done something else, but this is sick. And like, he's cooking, you know? Like, this isn't the most hype I've been for a Christopher Nolan movie, but I'm like, oh, I'll definitely be there because I think he's gonna cook so hard on this movie.
Bro, trust me. The way he tells stories and the way he writes them, this one's gonna be good. I promise you. And it might even take a dark turn. Because also, that was the funniest thing with The Odyssey. They said that Tom Holland is going to be the lead. And I was like, how is that going to work? But then one of my friends brought it up.
Odysseus' son, probably.
Yeah, he's going to play Odysseus' son. But I thought that was super cool because one of my friends predicted it before it was reported out.
Telemachus.
I was like, how is this going to work? And he was like, well, they're probably going to shoot it like how they did in Interstellar, where Matthew McConaughey was the like main dude we were seeing, and he was up in space,
and
then
also
his daughter is on the ground and like showing us what's going on Earth. And I'm like, whoa, so you feel like maybe they're gonna show us more of that, like that side of like Rome or Italy, wherever they are, from Tom Holland's point of view, or Telemachus, and then they're gonna keep us up to date on what's going on outside of the world with Odysseus or Matt Damon's character. And I'm like, that's super cool, and I'm super into it if they're doing that because it's giving us the best of both worlds.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited. I think it'll be good, hopefully.
Man, but speaking of some powerful worlds, bruh, we gonna roll it back real quick to Invincible Season 3, Episode 5.
Season 3, Episode 5 of Invincible. We have 3 weeks left of Invincible.
Yes,
Do you think about that? We have 3 weeks left, man. I am getting emotional just saying that. I don't want the show to end. I don't want the show to end. But the creator said that we're going to go to yearly, and people are like, oh, the animation's so cooked. But we're not going to have this conversation again. Invincible Season 3, Episode 5. Phil, what did you think?
Bro, I really liked it.
Oh,
I'm not going to say it was my favorite episode because I think either episode 2 or 3 was my favorite episode, but I still really liked this one. We got the homeboy Titan back.
Oh, yeah, he's back.
We got to see him in low-key.
It's Mahershala Ali, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, that's probably who I was hearing because I was like, bro, he sounds super familiar.
Who is this dude?
Like, every single time I listen to these new characters come in or old characters, I keep hearing a voice, and I'm like, I've heard this voice before in like a movie. And I'm like, wait, that's this person. That's that person. I'm like, bro, they have an all-star cast. That just shows you how good voice casting they are, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean, if
so
they put that voice cast into the animation. Sorry. Anyways.
It's all good. But Titan's super smart, bro. He's actually pretty smart.
He played... no, what's the dragon guy's name? I always forget it.
I forgot his head.
It doesn't matter. Oh, Mr. Xiao.
Yeah.
Dude, he played him so incredibly hard. It was so sick. Low-key, I forgot about the storyline in the comics. So when they throw Titan off the building and Isotope's just like, yeah, Titan's dead. Yeah, Titan's dead. Yep. Yeah, no way you survived that fall. You know, like I was like, oh, dude, like I'm pretty sure I know Titan's not dead, but I'm like, where is this going? And then when they get Machine Head out and he shoots,
Exactly.
I was like, dude, yes, bro, it's so cool.
It was a smart decision because he was thinking, yo, I can't do this on my own. I can't actually take him. But you could tell he always thinks ahead. And I think that just comes with him being a parent, too. Because I also love how they're giving us, like, his parent story arc a little bit more. And they're showing, like, how important his family is to him.
Yeah.
But also, like, how he plans ahead. Because in the first season, he always talked about how that neighborhood was bad.
And yeah, you look at it now and it's like...
It was nice.
There's a private school there, bro.
Yeah. But I love that, bro. I love that he is that detailed and the way he played Invincible too. And he had people. At first, I thought the guys who were in that like area, I didn't know those were his guys. I thought they were guys just looking out, like maybe trying to kill him to take his spot. But apparently, those were guys that trust him because when I saw all the hoods when Invincible came out the sewer and they all had the hoods on and then one of them took them off and he's like, hey, we all don't look alike. I was like, that is so cool, Titan.
Yeah.
That is how like loyal and tight he is with everybody in that area. But that is so like Titan was cool in that episode, bro. But also that opening scene with Multi-Paul, oh my gosh, bro.
Dude, that made me so uncomfortable.
I'm not saying I cringed, but I just literally was like, ooh.
Like, can we stop? Like,
oh,
this is
okay,
too much.
all right, let's chill out, bro.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most disturbing scenes I've ever seen.
At first, I was like, what is he doing? Is he trying to stack himself up? And then when it kept on growing and growing, I'm like, is he trying to...
Dude, I picked up on it right away, and I was like I'm like looking for the realm. Like, I can't.
You're like, skip.
I watched it all, but I'm just like, oh, dude, when he like, and it's going, and then they're like, oh, and then like, and they start, I'm like, bro, like, we gotta stop. This is too much.
Yeah.
That, weirdly enough, that was like probably the second most disgusting thing the show's ever done.
That's so surprising too, because we've seen more. I feel like it didn't show like a lot of the body parts, but it still showed a lot.
Oh my gosh,
that was
so
disturbing.
Gross, so gross. And he feels all of that too, by the way.
He was up hanging on the thing, going like, ooh,
yeah.
Oh boy. I was like, how are you not going insane? But like, also, I like how it gave us the duplicate and the Multi-Paul story, and like how like they grew up and stuff. Also, want to point out, Multi-Paul can fight, bro.
Yeah, dude, that dude's so dope.
Fight. The way he was having them clones come out and like
when he played Adam Eve was cool.
Oh, that was really cool.
So sick.
I was like, you might want to check the base if there's another Multi-Paul around, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I like how she flew off camera and then he just walks up. He's like,
yeah.
Nice.
I'm like, bro, that was so cool. But I also loved like Oliver and Mark fighting his brothers. Like when they were at the table and he like kept on kicking him. He's like, ow, hey, because
Mark and Eve were up too late last night playing, and I couldn't. And like, we were watching a movie.
I was like, Oliver, come on, bro.
Dude, that was so funny. That scene, so much funnier than the comics. You know what they do in the comics?
I forgot.
Eve flies out.
I thought we said we weren't going to talk about the comics.
No, but this is just because this is so light. This is so incredibly light. Eve flies out of the house, and Debbie's like sleeping because like earlier, remember when they like, he's like, oh, I'm just sleeping. The show being like, oh, we're gonna completely play into this, like, yeah, they were up all night playing. So funny, dude.
Bro,
so funny.
So awesome, man. But I also like the scene when Oliver was with like the kids.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my gosh. Way to make me love Oliver even more, man. That
was
kid,
such a good scene, man.
Such a good scene, dude.
And it also showed that he can be a normal kid, because like any other Viltrumite, if they crashed like and fell the way he did, because in this scene he was practicing skateboarding. Like any other scene, he would have like thrown the skateboard, maybe tried to kill the kids or something if he was an actual Viltrumite. But he just got back up, tried it again and again and again until he got it. And then finally, when those bullies came over and they're like, "What are you doing here?" I thought Loki was gonna kill him. But then right when he pants them, I was like, yo!
What a guy.
That was such a good scene, bro. But I appreciate it. Was there any other thing before I get to this last part?
One thing. Yeah. Unless you're about to talk. Unless this is the last part.
Yeah.
Rex and Ray.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to put that down, but I really like I like what they're doing.
I love their relationship. It's so good. It's so natural, and it was not what I was expecting at all. Like, zero expectation that they were going to do that. And now it's going. I'm like, oh.
Once again, Rexplode.
Being the absolute GOAT. Being the absolute GOAT.
He's been a W this season, and I'm getting worried because I'm like, what if they're trying to make us like him because something else is about to happen?
Dude, stop. Don't even say that. Don't even say that.
Bro, because it's going too good. Like, it's going way too good.
Yeah.
I'm liking him. He's W-mans right now, bro.
Such W-mans.
He's W-mans.
He's getting rizzy.
He literally is, though. That scene when he was cooking, I'm like, bro, that's what a man does,
what a
bro.
Guy.
That's a good way, man. He's learning. But to finish it off, Mark and Eve fighting in the prison.
Sick.
Bro.
Mark's got to stop getting beat up, though. That's all I'm saying, bro. I love this character so much, man. He's getting killed. He's getting beat up. Eve, where are you, Eve? Come on, dog.
It's going to be okay. But that scene where Eve puts on that armor and then she turns into a wrecking ball or something.
Oh, my gosh, bro. I geeked. Sorry, I spit everywhere. I geeked so much. Like, dude, holy crap. That was so sick. He, like, put the rope. I'm like, what? And then she's like, and like the thing goes around her, and he just like, it was so cool.
I was like, bro, they already got that crazy chemistry right now. I just can't wait for the future, bro. But like the music that was playing in the background when they started fighting,
it was a good song, yeah.
Zhao, right?
Yeah.
Bro, that was such a good. Bro, this show does so well with picking soundtracks or music to go along with certain scenes.
They do.
Like they need to do a study on that, bro. I want to understand how you guys pick these songs out. Like, do you use ChatGPT? Do you ask it like what scene would go well with this or what?
I have it wrong. It's Mr. Liu.
Oh, Mr. Liu. Okay, my bad.
Mr. Liu. I'm gonna figure out why I said Jiao, but keep talking.
No, that's okay. But bro, it's just certain songs go so well with this, like with certain action scenes and certain moments in the show, and it's like. I just wonder how they're picking up on that. Like, I wonder how they're judging it. I wonder what, like, vibes they're going off of. Because it's been songs that I don't even expect, and it works super well. Like, you hear the first beat, and you're like, okay, all right. And then it just keeps going. Like, they use Run the Jewels a lot, if you guys don't know. That's a duo rap group that I actually liked when I heard in, I think I heard them for the first time in Black Panther. That was the first time I was introduced to them. Legend Has It, that's the first song I heard from them. And I was like, wow, this group is good. And I would listen to them a million times in the gym or even on the basketball court when I was practicing. But then, like, I would hear them over and over again in the Invincible series. And I'm like, bro, like, are these songs that they had in the past, or is this just songs they're picking out? Because it's like a mix of different things, like rock and roll, hip hop, R&B, a little bit of soul, a little bit of just like even some just like mood setters. But I just want to know how they're doing it, bro, because it's awesome.
So before we do our annual cut, I know why I was saying Zhao. It's because it's the villain in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh.
And like, I don't know why I was having that connection, that problem, but anyways, I wanted to make sure we correct that.
Yeah. We
like Invincible. We're not stupid. I just forgot a name. Leave me alone.
It's okay, man.
All right. Anyways, we're going to do a brief cut.
Sorry about the brief pause, y'all.
Annual cut.
We had a little, or it's honestly our annual cut. Just checking everything that's up to date. Up to date is crazy, but also just making sure everything's going well. But anyways, now let's get into some Spider-Man news.
Oh, yeah.
So the first thing I want to bring up is this was a very big week for Spider-Man in general. Like, we got news about Spider-Man 4. It just got delayed. One big thing, it just said it was delayed to July 31st, 2026. So now I think they said that it's going to be coming out the same time as in the same area as the Odyssey. So it's coming out after, though.
I don't know if movies do this, but I know video games do it.
Yeah.
It could come out any time in July. Yeah. They usually give July 31st as in like this is the latest it's going to come out. Yeah. So it could come out still like July 4th, July 20th. Yeah. You know, you don't know. But yeah.
But either way, like, that is cool. Like, I'm the more stuff gets delayed, the more I'm like, all right, they trying to get a little bit more creative with it. But also, reported by Daniel RPK and posted by Cosmic Marvel, Marvel Studios has reportedly made an offer to a big actor for the main villain role in Spider-Man 4.
Who we thinking? Who's the villain?
All right. So one rumor that I saw was Mr. Negative.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing I was thinking was, what if y'all bring in Craven, Aaron Taylor Johnson? And what if I'm just going through different things?
All right, let's move on.
I'm going through different things. I'm just saying.
And then what if we were like, all right, let's get Dakota Johnson, Madam Web.
Yeah.
And then, let's make it even more. We hit up Jared Leto. We're like, Jared Leto.
You want a Morbin time?
Yeah. How would you like to morbid up on screen for us one last time?
You want to get Morby? But I think that on a real note, I'm sorry. I think that it could be Mr. Negative. Or it could be a whole new different villain that we don't know about. Question is who? I don't know. I think it's got to be somebody who...
Could be the Black Cat. Could be the Black... But it could be like them doing Black Cat. I know Black Cat isn't like a complete villain. Like, I think she's not like as serious... Like a serious villain as someone like Mr. Negative.
Yeah.
But I think Black Cat, they could cast like a big actress. I know that like Sydney Sweeney was the conversation. Yeah. They have other people, but... That could be it.
What if they could also go with like also a new villain, but what if they follow the model if you're feeling it with Spider-Man and get Tombstone in there?
That'd be cool. I would love Tombstone.
Like if they wanted to be grounded, like just started off with like a gang leader or something like that. Like I think that'd be cool.
I would love that.
Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion they already have though in the MCU. Yeah. So like I don't think that guy's big. It kind of upsets me that they never went anywhere with that.
That is true. I was low-key looking forward to like in Spider-Man Far From Home, him coming out of nowhere.
Dude, we had so much potential for an actual Sinister Six. Exactly. And then Sony was like, well, actually, we have Morbius. So. Yeah, dude. It's so rough.
They ruined it. But there was another thing that was mentioned that I forgot to put here, but they're going with a whole new supporting cast.
Oh, really? Yeah, I saw that too.
Whole new supporting cast.
So that means like the CEO of Sex isn't gonna be in it, Mr. What's his name? You don't know
Ned Leeds?
Yeah, you don't know. You know what's the actor's name?
I don't know his name.
You've never heard this though? Like people call him the CEO of Sex.
You're kidding? Oh, because of the whole thing he said in Homecoming.
I have no. It's just because of the way he looks. It's literally just okay. I need someone to help me out. Yeah, Jacob. I don't know to say his last name. Batolin. Anyways, doesn't matter. Jacob, Sir Jacob.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
we're just making mistakes.
It doesn't matter for me right now in this case because I want to tell a story. I'm gonna tell a kind of story.
Gotcha.
All right. So when I think No Way Home was coming out, everyone would show up this image. I'm gonna look up the CEO of Sex, and I'm gonna pull it up right here. Why is I hope I press the image? Yes, thank God I didn't get anything weird. Oh, it was for Homecoming. It was the Homecoming press tour, and everyone put this image right here. You see?
Oh,
he's the CEO of Sex. Look,
Segs. Look, SEGGS, just in case. Oh my gosh, the Wolf of Wall Street background.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So that stupid tangent.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's not gonna be at there. You don't think they're gonna do Zendaya?
I thought she was already like
confirmed
in it, but I literally said she was just gonna be like a little cameo, like maybe at the beginning of the movie. She's the opening shot. Peter looks at her and then he goes back to doing Spider-Man stuff.
So it just won't be like like supporting cast as in like the Betty Brant, like the students from the original Home trilogy. Okay, that makes sense.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So now it's probably like, okay, we were with these high school kids. Now we with adults now. That's when Black Cat comes in. That's when J. Jonah Jameson comes in. That's when we get maybe Harry Osborn. That's when we get Norman Osborn. That's when we get all these different new people because this is a whole new life with Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. And I love it because what's the director's name again? Daniel Creston? Daniel Creston, right? His name. Bro, either way, the director of Shang-Chi.
Destin Daniel Cretton. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. But I love that he's getting a whole new take. I love that he's going to do his own version with these next 3 films. And I love that it's starting out with Spider-Man 4. Yeah.
I'm so
He's going to
hyped,
cook,
bro.
dude. He cooks so hard with Shang-Chi.
I love the fight scenes, but also I love the colors in the background and also like the way everything looked, and I think he can capture a moment pretty well too.
Yeah, and he built off a decent villain. I don't love the villain in Shang-Chi, but he's definitely not a bad villain. Like he's definitely like he cooked. So I trust that, man.
But also, I'm not just saying it's a big Spider-Man week just because of that. I'm saying it's a big Spider-Man week because sadly, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 1 just finished. Oh my gosh. All right, Phil, we're going to do the normal review thing. Let's give both our separate takes with our review scores, and we'll talk about the show. All right? Let's start with episode 9.
Okay. And then, you don't want to do I want to do a whole season. Like let's do our whole season rating. What did we think of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man?
Okay, all right.
I have my score ready if you want to think about it. All right. Here's my review for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I thought this was absolutely fan-freaking-tastic.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting it to be this good. I was pretty low on it leading up to it. Yeah. I was like, there's no, like it could, yes, I like Spider-Man. It'll have good Spider-Man action, good moments, whatever. Like it'll be an okay time, but I can see myself watching the first 3 episodes and being like, okay, I'm good. I don't need to watch this. Mm-hmm. No, dude. I was looking forward to watching every episode every single week.
Yes,
I have days where I'm like, wait, are the episodes out today? And like I'm just like looking. I'd sit at school eating my Waba Grill on the side, watching Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, just like chilling out, vibing. This show is so good,
yes,
bro.
Sir.
And I'm hoping we're only gonna go up from here. Marvel Animation, I'm not counting What If. You guys are 2 for 2, 2 for 2. X-Men and this. This is up there. This isn't X-Men 97 for me. X-Men 97 is its own tier. It's the peak of peak. But this show, dude, being as good as it is, not expecting it to be this good, the way it builds out its characters, the way it really sets its own identity for this Spider-Man. This Spider-Man already feels distinctly different from the other Spider-Mans, but still being Spider-Man, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, whoever's writing the show, the writers of the show, guys, props to you because... like, you guys get it. You guys get the assignment. You guys know exactly how to write a Spider-Man story while making it your own story.
Exactly.
And it's so good. I don't want to say it's perfect. I almost said it's perfect, but that's just instinct. It's so good. The way each villain built him out, especially Lonnie, dude. We're going to talk spoilers. So, spoilers for Spider-Man, the whole show. Warned. The way they built out Lonnie and his leading into the tombstone, so good. And even the end of the show, when like you see the little like skin, so good. The way him, Nico, and Harry, and like their little trio now is so good. The way Norman, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, I love this Norman so much.
So cool, bro.
He's so sick. He has aura, bro. There's so much aura, and I don't want to take too much from like what you're gonna say, but like,
be pretty
dude,
short and sweet.
Oh my gosh, this show, man. Please don't screw it up for season 2 because we got season 2 and 3. Don't screw it up. There's more to talk about, but. Let me let you rock. Do your thing.
Honestly, you pretty much summed it up for me. Like everything you were saying, I love, but bro, my personal review for it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving it a 9.
Wow.
I'm giving it a 9. I really loved it. I told you that was one of my favorite first episodes of like almost all time. So that last episode, from start to finish, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I literally, right when I haven't played that last episode, like literal the last part of it, over and over again that much. I played those last 5 minutes like, I want to say 8 or 9 times. I was like, bro, let me watch it again. Somebody came in there like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm watching this last episode, like last 5 minutes of episode 10 again and again. But that final swing,
Oh yeah, dude, it looked so good when he jumps. He's like, "I'm Spider-Man," and he jumps on the thing, and you see all the lights on the. Oh, dude,
that was Spider-Man.
that was Spider-Man, bro. Yeah.
That reminded me so much of the Amazing Spider-Man, the first movie where he just that cool shot of him zooming in on his lens and then zooming out, then him going off the crane and then just swinging through the city. I was like, that was perfect. But even the theme song that played in the background when he was swinging,
yeah,
and then the way he was swinging too, bro. Oh my gosh! Like when he went upside down and he like had his like hand like moving like this. When he was going between it almost seemed like a combination of all this like different Spider-Man we had. It seemed like a flare of Miles Morales, the toughness of Tobey Maguire, the smoothness of Andrew Garfield, and then the kid version, but also the like geeky charm of Tom Holland.
Yeah.
And it was all wrapped up in the one person. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, bro, how are you going to introduce Miles into this world, bro? How?
That's a conversation we'll talk about in a second.
Yeah.
How I feel about that.
But I just want to say, man, like episode 9 and 10.
So good. Let's get into it now. Like episode 9 and 10, let's get into it. Peter almost kills someone. Like, oh my gosh.
That's a way to get into it.
Like, come on, bro. I mean, I was watching it and I was like, oh no, like we're not. And like, you know, like execs and like Disney and like I've heard like stories about how serious execs are with like these characters. Like you'll probably never see Spider-Man kill someone.
Yeah.
So the closest you'll ever get is the show.
That was crazy.
Where you really tread the line
that was
of like, oh my gosh.
Crazy, bro.
Oh, dude, it was insane. I was really worried that the whole great power, with great power comes great respect thing, was gonna come back and it wasn't gonna show up. It was just gonna be that line.
Yeah.
I'm happy that he played into what he like really gave into what Norman was telling him of not holding back.
Yeah.
And then he really has to recenter himself and realize like when he tells Norman, he's like, Norman, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Like I want to practice mercy. And then Norman doing his Norman thing. He's like, yeah, you know, I respect you for that. Like, you do your thing. Like, that's you. You're walking a serious, hard path, but I respect you. But you know he doesn't respect him because you watch the rest of that episode, he's making more Spider-Man, so he don't care.
He's like, okay, if you want to, in his mind, he's probably like, if you want to do it that way, I'm going to get somebody who's going to do it my way. Mm-hmm. And I was like, low-key, that was reminding me of Sinestro from The Incredibles. He's like, when everybody's super, no one will be. It was giving me that vibes, low-key. But I don't know, bro. Like, I just, right when Scorpion dropped those crane things, the metal pieces on Lonnie, and then he got mad like that. Let's also talk about the fact that Spider-Man was silent.
Oh,
he
yeah,
didn't tell no quips. Do you know how like scary that is?
That's terrifying. That's symbiote Spider-Man. That's symbiote Spider-Man.
To fight a Spider-Man that's quiet, bro. That's the most scariest thing in the world, especially when he doesn't have the symbiote. Mm-hmm. Bro, so when they replayed the quote piece by piece, and then Peter was just wailing on him, I was like, whoa. And then it was giving me No Way Home vibes because then Lonnie comes out of nowhere, like, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
And then he finally brought him back to Earth. But that combo between Lonnie and Spider-Man to knock him out and beat him up.
Oh, yeah, dude, that was sick.
That was crazy.
Dude, the animation cooked, bro. They cooked when it's them running and they do like the blue background and then they're both like trading blood. They're like, oh my gosh, it was so sick.
Bro, why are you doing this to me, bro? Why? Like, I'm just going to say this now. The only dislike I have for this show is I have to wait for season 2. That is it. I have to wait for season 2.
I can't really think of something I don't really like either. It's just, for me, the only reason why I say 8, it's just like, oh, I'm not like over the moon. I don't think I'm as high on you as you are, but I'm like, dude, the show's so good. Like, there's so much potential here. I just really hope they keep it up.
Well, I mean, with me, obviously, because Spectacular Spider-Man had 2 seasons, I'm still going to put it over Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I'm going to put Spectacular Spider-Man 1.
Oh, you're treading some ground right now. What are you about to say?
Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 2. 90s Spider-Man number 3.
I didn't finish the 90s Spider-Man. I've seen the first season.
And then way down here, way down here is Marvel Spider-Man. The show that came out in like 2017, 2018. Yeah. I did not like that show that
much. Dude, I
remember
watching that as a wee lad. I was like 12 years old and I'm like, let's go, we're back. And I remember liking it, but also I was 12. So.
I was okay with it for a second, but then it kept on doing the same thing over and over again, and I was kind of like, this is going nowhere. I like the Superior Spider-Man arc that was in that show, but that's pretty much it. But this show, man, Oh my gosh. And even also finally seeing the suit, the way he came in episode 9 and like
good.
stopped that truck.
So good.
That
dude.
was perfect.
So good.
But let's get into episode 10.
Yeah.
The like craziest episode. Bro, it was a paradox.
Oh my gosh, that's a time loop.
It was a paradox in the time loop.
Dude, it's literally, that was so cool. I was not expecting that at all. The time loop thing is so funny. Wow. The idea of Spider-Man being a time loop is hilarious. It's like Ben 10. You know how Ben 10 gets his powers?
Yep.
It's because future Ben 10 puts it there.
Yep.
That's so cool. I know it's not exactly the same thing, but I love the idea that this Spider-Man. I love the idea that like the what if situation here is what if. I don't even know what it would be, but like, what if Spider-Man had a time loop? What if instead of him going somewhere and him getting bit, it was just the spider came to him, he didn't come to the spider. You know what I'm saying? I love that. I just thought it was really cool.
I think that will always play an important role in the future of the show, because I think later on somebody's going to realize that and they're going to try to mess with that time loop.
Yeah, to get rid of Spider-Man. I can see that.
Yes, but I also really love the fact that, like, at the start of the episode, because this is the coolest thing to me, even from the start of the show, they were playing with us on what is going on, how things are going on, and even the phrasing of certain things. Like, for example, in episode 1, Doctor Strange said, "Why are we here?" And we're thinking this is a multiversal thing. And then later on in episode 10, Doctor Strange shows up, and apparently that's his first time showing up. And then Spider-Man's like, "Wait, he's here?" And he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "What are you talking about? This is my first time here." Because like Peter was talking about how like,
dude, that didn't click with me. I was like, oh, it's like probably a different version of Strange we saw.
That's what
earlier.
I was thinking.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was, oh, this never happened yet. I was like, oh, maybe the MCU Doctor Strange showed up in the episode, in the first episode, but it was literally just a time loop. But I still love that they messed with me, and that was honestly a cool thing. I got to shout you out real quick. But also, in episode 1, wait, what was it again? Shoot, it was there. There was some. Oh yeah. When May and Peter were in the car, and I remember I told you like they were talking about Uncle Ben, and my theory was like he's not dead. And then in episode 10, she goes to the prison, and we're thinking, I thought that Uncle Ben maybe would have been in jail.
And that's what I thought it was.
Because I saw the hair, and I was like, I was right. But then it was like, oh, how's my son doing? And I was like, that's even better. That's even better. His father's alive. Peter's father is alive. What?
Dude, I'm so curious what they're gonna do with that, because I don't know a whole lot about like that arc of Spider-Man. I feel like general Spider-Man media doesn't get into his parents like ever, except Amazing Spider-Man, and then they didn't really do it too well.
We would have gone into it, but y'all hated on the Amazing Spider-Man, and we couldn't get the third movie.
Well, it's because they didn't do it good. So
yeah,
it's not
whatever.
Like
I loved it.
Oh yeah, son, here, go to this random abandoned subway station and get this buzz token that's inside my calculator so that you can put it in there, and then there you go. Bro. There's my entire secret. Like, come on, dude. I'm not gonna get into that right now.
Whatever, bro. It was so cool.
But yeah. That was a sick reveal. I'm so curious. Dude, there's so much. I love that entire like last 5 minutes when you brought it up, because it just shows like, oh, Nico has this thing. Oh, Harry's doing that thing. Yep. Like, again, it's doing the spectacular Spider-Man thing where this world is alive.
Yes.
The world is Spider-Man. Like, this is his playground. It isn't just Spider-Man encounters a villain of the week. It's no, there's these characters. There's a couple villains of the weeks, but also there's villains that are building out slowly. Yep. It's cool. I love it. I love that every character is important outside of Spider-Man.
But also, nice. I really love the fact that we finally understand what's going on with Nico a little bit.
So what's your theories? Because I don't know.
So I think, like, when she said mom.
Yeah, her mom is the gem.
We know now, like, why it's so important. Or we know why she listens to the gem. Because she believes that's her mom. But also, we noticed that she knows the mystic arts. That some of the stuff she was talking about, that had to have been the mystic arts, bro.
Yeah. She
was reading through a book, chanting a spell, and boom, she was able to talk through the medallion, or the, what do you call it, a pendant or that medallion?
Pendant, yeah.
But like, we know that now she knows the mystic arts, so maybe that could lead more into Doctor Strange coming back, talking with her, doing this, doing that. Because once again, I don't know too much about Nico, but that's a thing.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's interesting. I'm really curious.
But also, when Harry's building out his thing, a list is in the background.
Okay, I didn't read everyone. I know Ned was on there though. Ned's on there.
You want me to read through some of the names real quick?
Yeah, you might have to remind me on some of the names, but let's do it.
All right. First off, obviously, Peter Parker. Amadeus Cho,
Yep.
Asha,
Yeah.
Scott Forbes, Max Dillon,
Oh, that's a lecture. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
Jeannie Foucault. I don't know who that is.
Jean, is that from the
Maybe.
other girl?
Oh, Jean. My bad. Jean.
Who I looked up.
Daredevil.
She works with Daredevil, but she's not a popular character because I was trying to find who she was, and I was like, I found a name, and then I was like, oh, I've never heard of this person before.
Mm-hmm. Let me get another name.
Jean DeWolf. I don't know if that's the
no
character they
Jean
showed.
Foucault. Oh, the Wolf.
DeWolf, because I was really trying to find
Maybe it's
who her
Foucault.
character is, because Jean DeWolf is a captain, a police detective who works with both Spider-Man and Daredevil, but she isn't like a. I don't know. Someone tell me in the comments. Please explain to me who this Jean lady is, because I was really trying to figure it out.
Lee Ann DeFore, Ty Miranda, Emmy Choi.
Who's that?
I don't know who that is, but it showed up close to his laptop, so I'm thinking that's definitely an important person. We have Priya Agarwal, Benjamin Anders, Tony Sandoval. I think that is an important name too. The homeboy Ned Leeds, Tiberius Stone, Adam Rodney, Kaiden Nixon, Ripley Ryan. That's gotta be a person because Ripley Ryan, two names, like with the RR, like Peter Parker. And then last but not least, Daniel Jenkins.
I only know Max Dillon for sure.
Yeah. We know Ned Leeds.
And Ned Leeds, yeah.
But like those are important names because they're not just gonna show that board.
No, yeah. I mean, Amadeus Chow's a villain too at some point.
Too.
That happens.
Isn't he the Spider Slayer person?
I can.
Or am I tripping? Either way, I'm super excited for what they're building, bro. And that's the way you end the season 1, bro. You get us hyped for season 2. You show us what's going on. And I think they were showing us from the beginning, because all of this time stuff in general, that everything is important. My question is, what universe is this, bro?
Okay, so Amadeus Chow.
Yeah.
Spoilers if you guys don't want to know this.
I want to know.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
He's a Hulk. The totally awesome Hulk. That's what he calls himself, which makes sense for his character.
Oh my gosh. He's a Hulk?
He's one of the smartest people on Earth. Teenager Amadeus Chow embraces new Hulk-like powers as the hero called Brawn.
Whoa.
It's pretty cool.
Whoa.
I hope they do that. It's pretty sick.
I'm going to search the rest of these.
But he was another character. I saw another one, but it was like a girl.
Mm-hmm.
So
the Emmy Choi name?
Yeah. But it popped up as Amadeus. So Helen Show. Anyways, let's not get into this right now. It doesn't matter.
No, it's okay. But I just love that, bro. I love what they're doing with that. And also I loved, like, I mean, we already talked about it. I kind of think that Peter got Spider-Versed.
You think?
I think there's going to be more with that. Because also...
Let's talk about it.
Really big spoiler. The Watcher showed up.
Oh, yeah, at the end, yeah.
The Watcher showed up. Was that spoiled for you?
No.
It wasn't spoiled.
No, it was. Sorry, it was spoiled for me.
Okay. It wasn't spoiled for me. I didn't see that. Like, right when I'm just looking at him, look out into the world, and I see that face up, I'm like, who the... I just went, bro, this is definitely connected to the MCU. It just like that. Because What If is connected, but... And I know, like, people are worried because, you know, I saw all the Captain Carter's going to be Spider-Man, like, stuff. But, like, I hope that they take all that criticism and don't touch it, like, make it where they can probably connect that world to it.
Yeah, they probably will. I imagine, like, the people that show up that they set up in the What If show will probably be in Secret Wars.
Yeah, but I'm just, bro, that is so cool. Like, I literally was just like, here we go. Mm-hmm. But...
Can we talk about the thing real fast while we keep talking about the show?
Yeah.
Because I think it'll lead to a good conversation with the show. We love it. We love Peter Parker.
Yeah.
They're finally giving us a proper Gwen Stacy, and I'm so excited. But there's a but there.
What's up?
Because something that does upset me is, why are we making her a spider person?
You see,
look, let me give my take real fast. Okay, because usually I try not to give in to Twitter takes, because I'm usually like, yeah, you guys are just toxic and mean, whatever. But I actually agree. We've only had one season in this, Peter. Why are we only getting one season? Why do we have to have another spider person already? Remember, I told you when you were like, how are we going to bring in Miles in this? I told you I don't want Miles yet.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like this Peter just started. It doesn't make any sense. And it feels the same here. I would have loved for Gwen to be a good, like, again, this might be wrong of me to say, like, because I know her character is more than that, but I can say this now because I think she gets forced in so much media, and people like her fine, but they just do such a bad job of keeping her consistent. I don't know if you've seen in the comics, they brought her back, Gwen Stacy, and she's Gwenpool, and people are like, dude, what are we doing? This is a perfect opportunity to finally give us a Gwen that's Gwen, just Gwen.
Yeah.
And like have her have a strong personality, and for me, a strong love interest for Peter. It doesn't have to be that, but just like a strong character outside of her being a spider person, like a Harry, like a Nico, like a Pearl. Not as much. Pearl wasn't really in the show, but like a normal person, you know. And it sucks that that they're doing Spider Gwen in a second season, maybe like a fourth or a fifth, maybe. But like, dude, I don't know. Like, why can't Spider-Man just be Spider-Man? Why can't he just be him? I like the mentor-mentee relationship with him and Miles, and that's why I didn't want Miles to show up yet, because you can't do that because this Peter's 14. So showing a Gwen and having another Spider-Man for me, it's just like, man, I don't want this. Like, I really want more just Spider-Man taking it on by himself, doing his thing. What do you think?
Here's my theory, because I think they knew this is what they were doing. So I think this is awesome marketing, because this is what I'm thinking they're doing. So listen to this phrasing. First look at Gwen Stacy in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. First look at Spider-Gwen in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. They gave us both those, like at the same time, yes, they both gave on the same day. They gave us those pictures. But I'm thinking this. They're not the same person.
You think like a multiverse thing?
I'm thinking it's a multiverse thing. I'm thinking that we're going to have a Gwen Stacy that is literally just Gwen Stacy, but also Spider-Gwen is going to show up, and she's going to try to talk to Peter maybe about a certain situation. Like maybe there's going to be like this one episode where she comes in and she's like, all right, like we saved the like timeline from this. Thank you, Spider-Man. And then she goes away. But I'm thinking that these are two different people.
Dude, I don't want multiverse, though.
I want it.
I don't. Why?
I know it's not the hottest thing, and I know like hella people are annoyed with it, but I love it. I love seeing these different timelines. I love seeing these different stories.
But isn't it fun to see a Spider-Man build out his own Spider-Man world and not have for us to like be like, oh, well, there's multiple universes where this happens differently. I just like, I don't know.
We just got it, though. Season 1, we just got it.
Yeah, but like I wanted this show to just be that.
Okay.
Like be that Spider-Man thing. So like, yeah, sure. Thank you for one season. I feel like that's nowhere near enough after we've had 2 Spider-Man movies that deal with multiverse. Far From Home ended up being alive, but like they touch on it. And then the third one being multiverse. We have another 2 with like Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, and now we're getting Beyond the Spider-Verse at some point.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, Spider-Man is not just a multiverse character. Like there's so much, we don't need to bring in like every single version of him that's ever existed to make a good Spider-Man thing. And this first season's a testament to us not having to do that.
Yeah.
So why are we like, why? I feel like for me it feels like a back step. It's like we're taking 2 steps down as opposed to taking this character forward. It makes me feel like he has less of an impact if he's put in the mix with a bunch of other Spider-Man. You know?
You know what? I understand that point. I do. I just I don't know. I guess I just really like timeline stuff. I love like multiversal stuff. And I know like, you know, it's been rough. Believe me, it's been rough with the MCU. But I still get excited when I see stuff, whether it's inverted time, whether it's like just going back in time, or even like I just love stuff because I think it's cool how people give their takes on how time messes with certain things in people's lives. And I feel like that's the most ultimate form to mess with Peter too.
Yeah, I agree. I think time travel is good, but multiverse is different, where it's like, oh, here's just a different version of this character, as opposed to like him learning, hey, you like the whole Flash thing. If you watch the CW Flash show, where like his whole arc was like he wants to save his mom, but what does that do? Flashpoint, right? Like that's literally what the Flashpoint storyline is. So I know it's not just exclusive to the CW show, but that's just what I've seen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just like time is a good like it's a good plot device. I like when time's used. I don't like when multiverse is used, though, because
Gotcha.
multiverse and time feel so different.
Okay.
Like, they work similarly because multiverses happen because of time changes. But, like, Peter going to the past and realizing, hey, changing this event maybe isn't worth it because look what you have now is a good plot point, as opposed to throwing him in with, like, a bunch of other Spider-Men. And it's like, look how big you are. Look how little you matter in the grand scheme of things because they're so much like you. I don't know. I just don't like it.
No, I understand, man. I just really want to see their take on it with this show because I feel like the creative, like, motivations they have for this show, especially what I'm seeing and what I saw in season 1, is good enough where I'm like, I'm giving it a try. Where I'm like, I trust them right now, because that was that I've never seen. Well, maybe the Penguin, like where the whole season, like just from episode 1 to the end, was perfect in my opinion. This one, I'm not having the same feel with it, so I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it in their hands, and I just want to experience it.
Nice. Yeah. Anything else you want to say before we move on?
Screw you guys for making me wait for season 2,
Yeah,
but
for real.
also thank you for giving me this content. Awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, now
Let's move into something we've been
Working
talking
on.
about. We've been talking about this for a while. And every week we can't do it, so we're gonna jump straight into it.
Yep.
Me and Phil are gonna be having a hot take section, where essentially we're gonna be treat this like 2 truths and a lie, but essentially it's 2 fake hot takes and 1 real one, and it's our job to figure out which one's the real one, and then we'll discuss it. So I'll do round 1 because my round 1's really easy, and it'll just be a good intro to explain how this works. Okay, here's my round 1. Here are my 3 hot takes. Which
right.
one's the real one? Play at home if you want to play. I think The Suicide Squad is the best comic book movie. Spider-Man Homecoming is the best Spider-Man movie, and I think Christopher Nolan is an overrated director. Which one's the real one?
I think the second one is the real one.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
See,
I was
it's
about to
easy.
say.
Yeah, the other ones are harder. I just like.
Gotcha.
I wanted to start off something light. Phil?
All right. Are we just doing Marvel stuff? Because
No.
Okay,
I mixed it up. It was literally this one. I just wanted it to be easy.
Got you.
Yeah.
I just want to double check because
Yeah.
I was like, oh shoot.
No, we're not. Go.
All right, mine. Hans Zimmer is a much better composer than John Williams. The first 3 Indiana Jones films form the worst trilogy in cinema history. And then
Okay.
Power Rangers represents a high point in modern filmmaking.
Like the new one?
Yeah, 2016.
I forget if you're a Hans Zimmer guy or a John Williams guy. That's what's
Mm.
bugging me.
So interesting, huh?
It's the Hans Zimmer one. That's the real one, right?
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Let's go.
I'm
Okay.
a huge Hans Zimmer
Yeah,
dude.
I know you are. I was like, I couldn't remember, but like I knew you talk about him a lot. Let's get into our hot takes really fast. Yes, I think Spider-Man Homecoming is the best Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man movie. That movie is hilarious. It's got so much heart.
Yeah.
It has probably the best villain I think we've seen in a Spider-Man movie. It's just all around great, and I think it juggles the Peter Parker and the Spider-Man stuff fantastically. Sure, he's Iron Boy Jr. You can say whatever you want to say, but I think Iron Man only is there to help push that Peter's like arc, and he does, and I think it was different and it's cool, and I think it came out at a time where we weren't seeing a lot of different takes on Spider-Man, and I respect it.
Honestly, I like what you're saying. I just think that instead of just a really good Spider-Man movie, I think it's a best of both worlds movie for both. It gave us a good Peter Parker and it gave us a good Spider-Man. But like, also, I will never get over the stinking scene where he, saves the day, stops the villain, goes to the Avengers headquarters to talk with Tony, and then we see the Iron Spider suit for the first time, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, we're going to see that in the next coming movies. And then he says, no, I'm not going to take it. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And then you're thinking like, oh, he's going to stick with the suit he has. No, he's literally going to continue with just what he has. But then Tony gives him the stinking suit that he's already been with. And he's like, hey, you earned it. That's Spider-Man right there.
Yeah.
That's Spider-Man. So I agree with that.
Hans Zimmer take. I want to hear it real fast.
Bro, I love Hans Zimmer.
I know you do, yeah.
There are so many like songs of his that I have on my playlist for like anything. The gym, just relaxing, like chilling, vibing out, whatever. But I think he is the greatest. Greatest. Like the way he captures environments, the way he like just the sound he gets, even the electric guitar. Whenever he puts the electric guitar in certain things and like experiments with other stuff, even his Interstellar soundtrack. Oh my gosh, listening to that in IMAX is incredible, but he's just so good, bro. And honestly, I put it together with John Williams because I'm not going to lie. I think John Williams is overrated. I think it's nostalgia.
Wow, that's a hot take. That's a hot take, yeah.
I think it's nostalgia, bro. I'm for real because I've heard as a kid, I've watched all these movies, different stuff, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, this and that. It sounds good, but it's not like, to me now, it's not, maybe it's because I've heard different things and stuff has gotten better from what it is back then. But I just don't think it's that incredible. I just think it's been there, and it's like all these people have heard it, and it's like, oh yeah, like they compare it to other stuff. They're like, yeah, this person was good, like Ludwig, Hans Zimmer, is thinking like the person who made the Avengers soundtrack. Yeah, this is good, but John Williams would have made it better. I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like hearing that just pisses me off sometimes. It's like, bro, like just there could be new stuff that beats the old stuff.
Yeah,
that this is truth about it.
That's valid. Yeah.
Like, I look at it almost like Tobey Maguire with Tom Holland. Like, everybody's like, oh, yeah, Tobey Maguire's a good Spider-Man, but like,
yeah.
Or like, Tom Holland's a good Spider-Man, but Tobey Maguire did it better. Like, I see it like that.
No, he didn't. He did it way better. I mean, Tom Holland did it way better, but that's not even a question.
But yeah.
Let's move on to round 2.
Yeah.
All right. You want to start or you want me to start?
You know what? I could start this one. Let's start a little interesting. I think this is going to be a little bit
Yeah,
hard
mine get a little more hotter here.
All right. Joker outshines Whiplash in terms of narrative depth and character development. Parasite is a superior film to The Godfather in storytelling.
Okay.
Django Unchained is a more compelling film than The Matrix, offering stronger emotional weight and themes.
Dude, you cooked. You cooked. I'm not going to lie. Hold on. I don't think I've heard of Django Unchained, so I'm going to look.
That's the movie with Jamie Foxx, and he's like, he was a slave who is now trying to find his wife. It's a funny like Quentin Tarantino movie.
I like the Joker one you said. That's one I can. That's one I could agree with. Like that's valid.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, this one's gonna be hard.
Yeah. Hold on. What's the second one again?
Parasite is a superior film to The Godfather in storytelling.
See, these are all valid hot takes.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to make it interesting and also make talking points.
It's the Django one. You don't like Matrix, I'm pretty sure, if I remember, or you don't like love Matrix. Am I wrong on that? Am I right?
No, you're wrong.
Damn it! Damn it!
You were close though for a second. You were close.
Was it the Joker one?
Nah.
Okay.
I love Whiplash way too much.
Yeah, Whiplash is so good.
I love Whiplash. I had to go with Parasite.
Yeah. Okay. Man, do you like Matrix?
I love Matrix.
Okay, then I'm just misremembering.
I like Django Unchained though.
Yeah,
I love it,
okay,
but I love the Matrix too.
Okay.
But with Parasite,
I've never seen Parasite. I've never seen it.
I just love the way the story goes, and every single time I thought that I knew what the heck was going on, but then it just kept on like certain new things came out of nowhere, and it was like, what the heck? It kept on making you go down this tunnel of lies, and it's like and tunnel of like what the heck is really going on, and then the final like scene of what happens at the end, I'm like, whoa. And even I don't know, it was just so good. And then like with The Godfather, I finally saw it, and like it was good, but once again, almost with my John Williams stuff, I was like, I mean, it was good, but it's like I feel like it was good then.
Okay, I think you've told me that before. I should have gotten that. That's right. Yeah,
it's okay. Yeah. But like, I'm not saying like, it's an all around bad film, like god awful. I'm just like, I feel like The Godfather was good, but it's kind of like it was good of its time. Now it's kind of like, okay, I saw it. Yeah, it was nice, but I've seen better. But the Parasite movie, I love it.
Ready for me?
Yeah.
All right. Joker 2 is a misunderstood masterpiece. And the more I think about it, the more I like and respect what it did for the genre. Blade Runner 2049 is Denis Villeneuve's best movie, and I don't understand how people think Dune Part 2 is even in the conversation. And finally, I think the Pirates of the Caribbean movies are overrated. But to add on that, I think The Ride does a better job of me getting in the Pirates vibe.
Oh, wow. Oh. Okay. What was the first one again?
Joker 2 is a misunderstood masterpiece, and I love what it did for the genre. And the more I think about it, the more I respect it.
Oh gosh. Okay. I don't think it's Joker. I'm gonna cross that out. What was the second one, just in case?
Blade Runner 2049 is Dallas Villanueva's best movie, and I don't understand how people think Dune Part 2 is in the conversation.
I think it's the third one.
Think it's the third one? You think it's Pirates of the Caribbean?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Phil, you're correct.
Yes.
Good job.
I knew
yeah,
it because, like, low key, the way you talk about Dune 2, I'm like, nah, there's no way you can't believe in that.
Yeah, I love Dune Part 2.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
But I do love Blade Runner 2049. I love that. For a while, that was my Dennis movie. That's my movie for him. Dune Part 2 it's like those two now always clash for me, where it's like, I don't know which one I like more. So it's good he picked it up. Yes, I think the Pirates of the Caribbean movies are overrated. For me, the first one is the good one. After that, I don't really care.
You didn't like Dead Man's Chest?
Here's the thing, right? Sure, the villain's good. Sure, the CGI looks good. I think too many people get wrapped up on how that movie looks, and they forget that I don't think the story's that good. Okay. I really don't care about a lot of the characters. I think Jack Sparrow's really funny, and he's a good character, and I understand why he's so charming for people, but I don't think he has... he doesn't have a certain depth that I think a lot of people talk about him having. Like, I just... Or at least, I don't think the movies do a good job of showing, like... him as a character, really. For me, he just comes off more as comic relief. Like, he's a funny, weird, crazy guy. I can't stand Orlando Bloom's character in those movies. I hate him. He sucks, dude. This guy's just... Like, all my friends were like, Isaiah, you're just jealous that he's with Keira Knightley in that movie. And I'm like, no, but it should be me. No, I'm just
You're like, it should have been me.
It should have been me. But I don't know. I think his character is so boring. He's so just kind of there. He doesn't do anything. And Keira Knightley, cool. I like her. But, like, again, I don't think... The character-wise, the movies aren't that impressive. Jack Sparrow, I respect him being iconic. He is iconic. But... I don't think he's up there with some of like these like upper echelons of like great movie characters. And I think the villain is like, oh sure, he looks really good, he looks intimidating, but I'm not like, oh man, Davy Jones, I'm terrified. I think I really just didn't care about Pirates of the Caribbean, especially after years of people telling me those are some of the best movies ever. Like, those are must-watch movies. But if I'm being honest, I don't think you got to watch those movies if you're not interested in pirates.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. It's your take. I just
I know you love Pirates of the Caribbean, so I'm attacking you a little bit.
I obviously disagree, but I feel like maybe like it's just a different time, different thing. Like maybe
it could be. It could be.
Yeah,
here's the thing, all my friends talk about those movies like they're the best movies on earth. Everyone, like literally everyone was like, "Oh, we have to watch them."
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, they're too long. The characters aren't that interesting. The villain is fine. Like it's very... I understand why people like them, but I will never understand how people can sit here and tell me that they're like the best movies ever unless it's something you grew up with.
Well, yeah, in a way, yes, but I feel like one thing that's really amazing about it is like you've seen a lot of action adventure movies, right? And one thing that like you could say you've seen like enough where you're like, oh, I could tell you what's good action and what's bad action, right? So I feel like with a lot of action adventure movies in the past, like there have been times where they've had trouble like with pacing sometimes, with keeping the same level of anticipation and even the same level of like heart throbbing, like what's happening next, like oh my gosh, like this is insane. I feel like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies are so good too because this was like at the peak of action adventure movies. This is when everybody was watching action adventure movies because no matter what, from start to finish, there was always something crazy going on. Like, there was never stopping. I described it to you as the challenge where you don't know what his next move is. Like, the little thing on social media where it's like the person was doing something that you never expected. I feel like that's what these movies are, and that's what action-adventure movies need to be sometimes. Like, I understand you need a story a lot of times, but you also have to keep us going, like, over and over again.
But I disagree. I think the pacing is not as good because, yeah, there's moments where things are intense and there's action, whatever. But, dude, those movies are 2 hours and 40 minutes.
2 hours and 40 minutes of craziness.
No, dude. Like, again, I want to take back what I said. It's not that I don't think you need to watch these movies. I think you can watch the first one and you could call it there. Because the first one is great. I like the first one a lot. The first one is a really good movie. After that, though, I'm like, I don't need to watch anymore.
Well, how come?
It's everything I'm saying. The first one is so fun, and it's refreshing to see a character like Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
It really is. It's fun. But 2 more movies after that, and it's the same thing. And it doesn't feel like he grows a lot or changes a lot. He's kind of just the same crazy, silly guy, which makes sense. That's what he is. But he's like leading your franchise. So I think he needs to change. And correct me if I'm wrong here, I don't think he changes that much within the first 3 movies.
Honestly, really not.
No, he's just crazy, which is funny. It's fun to watch. But like, I think that's where you get into Orlando Bloom's character, who does change. He does grow. He does get in. He has a pretty tragic fate, like at the end of the 3rd movie, where he becomes Davy Jones, right? Or he becomes the dead guy.
He becomes Davy Jones.
Yeah, he becomes Davy Jones. And for me, it was so predictable. It was like, oh, okay, that makes sense that that's going to happen. And it's not that interesting to me because I don't care about Orlando Bloom's character at all. I don't think the movies do a good job of making me care about him, especially because Jack Sparrow is far more better to watch. Orlando Bloom is so boring, so just kind of there. I don't remember the guy's name. Orlando Bloom, no hate. I'm not hating on you. I'm hating on the guy's name, on the guy.
No, that's Orlando Bloom.
It is the actor. I'm just like, I don't want to make it sound like I'm hating on the actor. I'm hating on like
William Turner.
Like, yeah, come on, dude. With a name like William, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
or Will Turner.
Like, here's the thing. It's just, he gets outshined by Jack Sparrow a lot of the times. And when your character who's actually growing is getting outshined by a character who is just sort of remaining the same, then it's like, there's a problem there. There's a writing problem there. And I don't like it. I don't like him.
I guess I just take it as an experiential type of movie.
Maybe,
like
yeah.
You're there for the experience and also the world.
The vibes. Yes,
like,
that's true.
Honestly, in a way, and I'm not trying to say Avatar is the same way, but like we love the world of Pandora, so I'm kind of like just trying to be there to see what's going on. And I feel like it gives us a not best of both worlds, but 2 different worlds, like the rich and then the people who steal from the rich or the people who aren't rich.
Yeah.
That's where
I think the difference before we move on to round 3 is with Avatar. Sure, you're right. I don't care about the characters as much in 1.
Yeah.
But 2, I'm like, oh, I like these people a lot. I watched the first 3. I've never seen 4 or 5. I watched the first 3 and I was like, dude, I don't really care about anyone here. But yeah, let's move on to round 3.
All right.
I'll start.
Got it.
Breaking Bad is an overrated TV show, and only the final season is great. Indiana Jones 5 is way better than Indiana Jones 2, and I would argue that Indiana Jones 2 is a bad movie. Disney has single-handedly ruined Star Wars, and the franchise would have been way better off if Lucasfilms stayed away.
No, I feel like this one's a trick. I feel like you're messing with me on this one. I feel like there's one that I think is definitely the hot take, but then it's like, no, this one's really all right, okay. So you said first one was about Disney, second one was about, or the first one was about
Breaking Bad. Not awful, but overrated TV show. Final season is perfect.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones 5 is better than 2, and 2 is an awful movie. And then Disney ruined Star Wars, and Lucasfilms should have stayed away, and the franchise would be better.
All right, let's see if I know you.
Do you know me?
Do I know you? I'm going to go with, this is going to be a shotgun blast real quick. Number 3.
The Disney ruined Star Wars?
Yeah.
That's your final answer?
Yes, sir.
Phil. That is incorrect.
Dang it!
All right.
My bad.
Here's my hot take. Indiana Jones 5 is way better than Indiana Jones 2.
I haven't seen it yet.
You've never seen Indiana Jones 5. Okay, I'm in the minority here, so let me talk at the camera real fast. For anyone that's seen Indiana Jones 5 and 2, for the record, I've never seen 4. Indiana Jones 5 and 2. 2 sucks. It's essentially a retread of the first one, but with a less interesting like girl character in it and a weirder like weird voodoo like temple. It's Temple of Doom, so it's like weird voodoo, people eating their hearts out, whatever, stuff like that. And for me, it just made me uncomfortable. It didn't feel as fun as the first one, and it was just ultimately felt like a retreading of the first one, but nowhere near as good.
Dang.
Okay, the 5th one, on the other hand, tried to do something different, but still feel like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Here we have Indiana Jones being a sad, old character. I was trying to figure out another word, but a sad old guy who feels out of place because technology is moving forward and he's stuck in history.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people turned on Indiana Jones 5 for that reason. We're sick and tired of seeing characters we love be sad and depressed.
Yeah.
Because they did it with Luke Skywalker and it sucked. But here's the thing. Indiana Jones, that makes sense for his character, I think. And I stand by that.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Skywalker doesn't make any sense. Luke Skywalker has always been this embodiment of hope for the Empire, and him seeing a turn with very little development on that makes no sense. But Indy feeling out of place in history feels akin to what the franchise has always been.
Mm-hmm.
A man obsessed with history while society's progressing away from it.
Yeah.
And I think that movie captures that so well with a girl lead who maybe isn't the strongest, but I liked her. She's fine. Sure, she's, some people would say, a little annoying, or I didn't think that at all. I thought she was at worst fine. She was fine. With a villain that was super, like, I don't know what the word is, but it was goofy. It was definitely a little silly. Like, he gets hit in the face on a moving train by a sign, and he just comes back and he's fine. And it's like, what? Whoa. They never explain it, I don't think. Not that I remember, but who cares? It's Indiana Jones. And that's my whole thing, is it's just like, this franchise isn't the most serious thing in the world.
Yeah.
So 5 did a great job of being funny, having some heart, and actually almost making me cry at the end of the movie.
Oh.
Like, I got a little emotional. Without spoiling it, yeah, I got a little emotional. 2, I just think misses on all fronts, and I don't like it at all. Thank you for listening.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen the newest Indiana Jones movie, which is what I'm guessing Indiana Jones 5 is. I forgot the title. The Destiny.
Dial of Destiny.
Dial of Destiny. So, I mean, from what you were talking about, I should probably check it out because I really like Temple of Doom. I think that was my favorite one. Or no. It's between Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom.
Really?
What
about Last Crusade?
This is the hard thing about it, bro. I actually like all of them, but there's like, obviously I just really like the like silliness, and even also, what's his name? Stinking short stout's in it.
Oh, Ke Huy Quan.
Yeah, Ke Huy Quan, and I love him. So that's the tough thing about it. Like a lot of the characters I really liked, and I really like their energy. But I understand what you're saying. I think that what you said with the time, like him being an archaeologist, him being a history teacher that teaches about history and stuff, and the fact that technology is improving, that sounds like it does make sense that, you know, things are like, he feels out of place and the world's moving on without him. That, I mean, if you see the way people treat history, that sounds true. So honestly, you're kind of putting me on. Like, now it's making me interested because, I mean, if it does beat Temple of Doom, which is a movie that I like, I might have to check it out.
I mean, again, this is a hot take.
Yeah.
A lot of people I talk to don't agree with this at all. A lot of people think Indiana Jones 5 is awful or bad. And I like it.
I haven't seen it.
I was really surprised. I think I gave it like I gave it like 4.5 out of 5 stars.
Whoa!
I was really into it.
You loved it that much?
The action was really good too.
Wow.
It was really good.
Okay.
But we have 7 minutes left. Phil, let's move on to your final round of hot takes.
My fault. Here we go. First one. The Lion King surpasses The Dark Knight as a more impactful film. Number 2. Saving Private Ryan is a much more intense film than The Terminator, the first one.
Okay.
And then last but not least, the third one. Avengers Infinity War is undoubtedly among the top 10 greatest films of all time.
It's the third one. I can say that with confidence because there's no way you don't think that.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah. Wait, actually, honestly, trying to throw me for a loop, and I'm kind of scared you're trying to throw me for a loop.
I feel like we both on the third one are trying to. Like,
yeah, we're trying to mess with each other. Okay, look, I know you love Infinity War a lot, and that sounds like the obvious one because I know you've definitely seen more movies than I have. So I'm like trying to think,
Well,
out of all the movies, no, definitely you definitely have. Like, trying to think of all the movies you've seen, would that make sense? And I think it would because I know you. Like I know you love Infinity War. I know you love the MCU, and I know you love everything about it. Sure, maybe it doesn't compare to like some like the most historic, like I'm just saying like generic. I'm not saying this is you, but like the Matrix is the Jurassic Park. Sure, it's maybe not in that like echelon of like history of filmmaking, but I know you. And I think you would put Avengers Infinity War in your top 10 movies of all time. That's my final answer.
That's your final answer? Well, Izzy, Or what was the nickname we gave you?
Izzy DB. I am DB. Yeah, Izzy DB.
ZayDB.
Okay, look, real fast before you say anything, right?
All right.
If you hit me with it's actually number 11, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be like, that's the stupidest thing ever. So anyways, go.
ZayDB, you are correct.
Yes, let's go. Woo!
I definitely believe that Avengers Infinity War is undoubtedly among the top 10 greatest films of all time.
Yes, sir.
Bro, on some of these, I was trying to make it a little like I could believe these or not, like for the last couple ones.
Yeah.
But like with The Lion King, I mean, yes, it like has that emotion, but with The Dark Knight, I'm just like, bro, it leaves you with like, holy crap, Joker won, if you think about it. Mm-hmm. And then like with Saving Private Ryan and Terminator, the first one, that scared the crap out of me. It scared the crap out of me. Saving Private Ryan is good, but Terminator, bro, seeing that Arnold Schwarzenegger chasing them dudes in the stinking 80s, that scared the crap out of me, bro. So like, I can't agree with that. But with Avengers Infinity War, bro, that changed everything. Like, I know Winter Soldier changed stuff, but Avengers Infinity War actually let a villain win. Like wholeheartedly. It ended the movie with what the heck just happened and nothing else. Sticking Thanos is sitting on the chair going like, so it just shook me, bro. It just shook me. Like, I still was sitting in that theater like, I sat there for I don't know how long. Like, even the people just clearing the way, I was just like, wait, then what's gonna happen?
I think that's one of the best ending songs. Where like the like violet, the and it
that scared the crap out of me, bro. That it actually scared me.
Because it ends like it should be a happy thing. Mm-hmm. Like oh wow, like it ends. It sounds so soothing, and with Thanos looking and smiling, it sounds like Thanos really is the protagonist of Infinity War, and he won.
Yeah,
it ends how all superheroes do, where the protagonist wins. But in this case, it's a bad ending, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bro, that's awesome. It screwed me up, but it was awesome, bro. Like, in the one also, like I say this all the time, but seeing all the superheroes at their peakest forms in movies, like movie-wise, awesome.
It's so good.
But yeah. Do we have anything else?
No.
Well,
outro it.
That was our episode, and honestly, that was so far my favorite episode. We went in. We had a lot of good takes. Maybe some bad takes according to you guys, but just thank you for being there with us. Thank you for listening to our hot takes. Thank you for listening to the news with us too, and we're gonna keep it up in the future. New episodes all the time on the podcast, coming out on Mondays, hopefully in the morning or the evening. But anyways, guys, I'm Philm. So far, we got ZayDB right here. We out. In peace.
Woo!